Hello, Eustis Middle School. Today for our craft, we're going to be making a golden snitch. This ball is used in the game of Quidditch and is a game that is played in the wizarding world of Harry Potter. So I'm just going to put our snitch over here to the side because I will be referencing it through this craft video. And I'm going to go through an inventory of what you will find in the two craft bags. So you should have a large piece of white construction paper, a thicker but smaller piece of cardstock, a pair of scissors, yours may look a little different compared to mine, a paintbrush, a styrofoam ball, a glue stick, and a container of gold yellow paint. You will also need for this activity a writing utensil. I would recommend a pencil, but if you have a pen or marker, that also will work. All right, I'm going to have you move everything but the smaller piece of cardstock off to the side. And we're first just going to work with this. So we're going to make the base for our wings. And how you're going to do that is you're going to fold this piece of cardstock. The reason why I picked this type of paper because it is a little bit more sturdy compared to just regular computer paper. You're going to keep it folded, and then I want you to draw on the top part kind of like a teardrop. And it doesn't have to be perfectly like mine. It can be similar in shape. You can make it thicker, thinner, longer, whatever you would like. Once you have that, you are going to cut out this teardrop. This is going to be the wing for your snitch and how you're going to place your feathers. Have you move your excess paper off to the side. And you should have two wings. You're going to notice if your top and the bottom aren't exactly the same, you want to make sure that you put the similar ones in the same direction on how it will go on your snitch. So I'm going to have mine like that. And I'm just going to write F for feather, and that way I can draw the feathers on that same side. All right, next, you're going to get your larger piece of construction paper. This is what you're going to use to make the individual feathers to go on the wing. I'm going to show you how I give it that texture. What you're going to do is you're just going to start tearing. It doesn't matter how you start. You can do thick feathers. You can do thin feathers. It's really up to you. Sometimes you'll have a little piece that will come off, and that's okay. You just put that off to the side. You might need it later. Ooh, I like how that's really... You're going to see some of the paper is going to start folding up on the sides. A technique that you can use is just running your finger while you hold it on one side, and it will give it that curl. I'm going to show you one other technique for how to do that. So I have a few that are pulled, ripped, and ready to go. You're going to want to do from the tip down. You're going to get your glue stick, and you're going to just run some glue. You might get a little glue on your surface that you're working, so if you want to make sure that you protect that area by putting something else down, the glue will wipe up easily. All right, you're just going to place these feathers in a layer. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to do another layer just like this right across. And you're going to keep doing that until you get all the way down. As you go, you can kind of fluff the feathers up, and it will start to have that curve feel to it. Just do a layer, feathers, until you reach all the way down to the bottom. So I have two wings here that are going to show you what it should look like when you get to that end part. I'm going to hold them up just a little closer. You can see there's feathers, little feathers. They're all curling up, and the way that I make sure they curl up is I kind of fluff them that way once it's dry. And that is the first part of this craft. Next, you're going to want to paint your golden snitch. Now, if you came to STEAM night and you have multiple kids in your family, so you have a brother and a sister, sister, and you guys are sharing the resources that we have given you, one might want to make the wings first, and then one might at the same time be painting the ball, and then switch, because that way you guys each can be using the different resources, and you won't have to wait for each one to be done. Okay, so you will have gold paint. We also have some yellow paint that is going out. Here are my tips for painting this styrofoam ball. There are some little grooves, crevices in these balls. They are not perfectly soft. So you want to make sure when you're painting it, when I painted mine, it only took a very small amount of paint. I just went quickly over and I painted it. Then anywhere there was little grooves that's still white, I had to go back through and kind of press down like that with the paint on to get all of the crevices. For time purposes, I am not going to paint the snitch right now. I am going to show you one that I did paint before. Reason being is after you paint this, you really have to set it off to the side to dry. I recommend placing it on a flat surface with maybe something underneath because the paint will come off until it's completely dry. For the next part, I'm going to move the resources I'm not using off to the side. You're going to get back out your glue stick. If you have a sturdier glue at home and your parents are okay with you using it, you can use that, or you can use this technique. What I like to do is I take a little bit of the glue on my finger, I place it onto the back part of my wing, and then I press this onto the side. Now, it may come off at first because this is not an extremely sturdy type of glue, but I would press it on there and then flip it onto the side just like this. Put a little glue on the back and then press it on. I would leave it alone for a day just so that that glue, or a few hours, just to let that glue harden, and then you can pick it up and do what you would like with it. I have mine that I made. I keep it on my desk in my office with some of my other Harry Potter items. I have thought about putting a hook in the top and hanging it from my Christmas tree because I do have a lot of Harry Potter ornaments. So it's up to you what you would like to do with it, but it is a fun little craft you can do at home. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you are all doing well and can't wait to hear what you are all reading. Bye.